Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in here I have a MiFINE rod. It's the MiFINE Attacking. So this is the aging version, 180 centimeters, so 6 foot shoal, super ultralight, 0 to 3 grams, and it smells, it doesn't smell good, that I have to say. So this is sort of a nano jig rod with the different schematics, and hopefully for the sake of being different, a different kind of blank. And man, I think this rod, it's a little bit more expensive than the nano jig for some reason, and I don't know if it will surpass. I mean, the smell, it's quite differentiated, I have to say, and I don't know if it will surpass it, but at 60 euros it should, because it's a bit more expensive than the nano jig and the nano jig zero. But to assess what it has going for it, we need to go to the table. And this is the MiFINE Attacking again on the table, and we have two models of this rod, 168 centimeters and 180 centimeters. The main difference, it's the cast weight. One it's 0.2, and the one that I have in here, the bigger version, is 0 to 3 grams. The other difference, other than the 5 grams on weight, it's the guide. So this one features 7+1 sea guide guides on it, and the other one, it features one less, so 6+1. Again, on the page for this rod on the MiFINE stores, you will never see a mention for the material made to build the blank of this rod, but as you can see on the rod itself, as I will show you in a moment, this rod, it's a 40-ton rod. So let's take a close look on the guides. They are sea guide guides, or in this case frames with ceramic inserts on them. You also have the usual MiFINE tag where they will explain the model, and the mention for solid tip on this model makes me think that sometime in the future we may get a hollow tip version of this rod. I think the main difference of the rod that you are thinking right now, which is the MiFINE Nano Jig, which is very similar to this one, is that this one, as I will tell you during the fishing, feels to me that it has a little bit more backbone. But let's peel the handle, which I also think it's a little bit of an improvement on the nano jig. So the nano jig is just a round thing, and you may run into a problem like I have, because I don't own an actually final product. I had the prototype. So in here you have the name of the rod, the model, again the mention for solid tip on the blank, and now you have there the weight, the cast weight, the 2 section, the length, and the 40-ton carbon mention. So that's the only place I could look up the information for this rod. Again, the workmanship on the 44-50 euro rod, whatever you pay for it, it's quite good. Sorry for the focus and unfocus, I really need to get rid of my face on the background of these table shoots because it's just messy. Also, the ferrule that we have in here, it's, I would say it's an improvement over the old ones. This one doesn't feel any grit. You know, the feeling that you have a little bit of grit, which is like probably carbon dust on the male part and female part interacting. With this one, you don't have that feel. It's sort of more like a pure lure feel, where it's everything is clean and just pops in and out. But again, the guides are very well put together. I might say with a little bit too much, I would not say too much, with, you don't see any threads, that's what I have to say. And now just a band, a little bit faster than another jig also. I think it feels a little bit thicker, and the material feels a little bit springier. That's why probably they call this one aging. I think this one will be more suited if you want to go fish for, I don't know, some silverfish on a pier where you have calm waters and you can use such a short rod. And in here I'm just measuring it, and for some reason I can measure 0.66 millimeters, which is quite weird because they claim it's a 0.8 millimeter tip, but again my calipers are not the best, so it is what it is. And the backbone, it's 5.2, 5.3 millimeters. But again, the angle, the handle, just the curves and the place for you to put your fingers, I would say it makes it a little bit more comfortable, and the retention nut, if the camera will focus sometime, it also feels nicer. And during fishing I didn't feel the nut coming undone. And the handle also, for some reason, looks to me that is a little bit longer, so it helps a lot with holding the rod. Also, it doesn't come out on the wrist, so ergonomics are spot on. But right now we just need to take a weighing of the rod, so it should be 65 grams. I also like the way that they mounted the lure keeper on this rod. But let's see the weight on this bad boy, 62.7, so it comes under the specific weight, which is actually quite nice. But again, this is quite a light rod and you will need to keep it in check for balance, so you need like, I would say, a fairly small spinning reel. Talking about spinning reels, I've tested this rod already with 2 reels. So in here you have the Casking Valine Teagle, the OG version, which is like a sort of cheaper version of the original Casking Castrol spinning reel. And in here I'm on a new spot trying to catch some chub, actually the first chub of the year, which was not quite an easy feat. That's why you see me fishing for bass.
Yes, first chub of the year.
And it's a small fella, but I will take it. But as you can see, while I was lifting the fish, this rod, even though it's not a lot fatter than the nano jig, it feels a little bit more stouter, that I have to say. But you still have the feel, you still have the ability to cast lighter stuff. In here I have like a micro jig head, custom one, and now I'm just like 10 or 15 meters down the creek and I just got another one. So the rod just makes easy work of this sort of small fish. Yeah, not hard at all. And in here I'm just using the creature bait weird noise, the creature bait from Spin Polar or Rosewood, whatever you may find. Again, everything will be linked on the description. I will also follow suit with the review of the Valine Teagle on the upcoming weeks. But yeah, this is quite a fun rod, and again, not a lot of effort put to hook this fish. Again, I'm also using a fairly small nymph hook. These are custom small jig heads that I've made because, as you can see, the total length of the lure it's 25 millimeters, which means that the main body it's fairly small, so you need like 10 or 15 millimeters of hook length, which is quite hard to find on conventional jig heads, but quite easy to fish in here. As you can see, I'm having a lot of strikes. Fish are very active on the spring mornings, especially when it comes to lunchtime. They stop eating for some reason. They are not like me. But casting, it's, I would say, fairly easy, a little bit easier than the nano jig. I like the vertical ability of the nano jig, but as a casting rod, to make longer accurate casts, this one also feels great. Again, you lose a little bit of the wiggle that you have to work your presentations that you would have with a nano jig rod, but with this one you gain a little more of stoutness, ability to pinpoint your casting, and also the ability to load the fish after you hook them, which is quite nice. So I also took this rod bass fishing, as you would see on the Tsurunoya Francis Pro review, which is already out. So if you want to see more of this rod, you can also check that video out. But yeah, I'm also, as you can see, look, you don't see the twitching as you would see on the nano jig. That's my whole point. This is a stouter rod. This, I would say this would be more suited for like predatory fish, so for perch, and you can see the bend. Even though it's not a big bass, if I had the Nano Jig Zero in here, I would have a harder time to hook the fish because they are a little bit more hard-mouthed than Chub. And I might also have a harder time lifting them up. So let's take this out. And as you can see, quite easy. Pull them out of the water, hooking them, and I would say quite a lot of fun. So I've caught, I would say, a bunch of them in between this bit of the video that you are seeing and the bit that you've seen during the Francis Pro review. Nice bend on it, good ability to pull the fish out of the water, pull the fish through the structure. So again, no problems whatsoever. I quite like this rod. I like it more for predator fishing than for silverfish. But with that said, this is a short one. And if you like the video, leave a like down below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Maybe consider becoming a member. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!